In this video, I got you guys covered with the top 5 best class setups as well as tunes here in Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2. These class setups are absolutely perfect if you guys are trying to increase your KD ratio as well as drop your first MGB nuke. So with all being said, the like goal on this video is going to be 500 likes. And if you guys are enjoying the content on the channel and find this video helpful, feel free to subscribe to the channel and also turn those post notifications. Now, considering the fact there is a combat record here in multiplayer, let me know down in the comment section if you guys are up for it. What is your current KD ratio and how many nukes, if any, do you guys have? I think these setups will be able to help you guys out. So for the first weapon we're taking a look at is going to be the TAC-56, a very solid and consistent AR here in Season 1. So for the TAC-56, the first attachment we're going to select is going to be the Demo Clean Shot Grip. This is going to be a perfect attachment on this weapon, allowing us to bump up that close range handling, giving us increased sprint to fire speed as well as aim down sight speed. You want to run this attachment on the TAC-56 because if you guys get into a close range engagement, you want to be able to take out SMG players and continue your gun streak. Now, for the tunes on this attachment, we are going to go ahead and bump up the sprint to fire speed as well as the aim down sight speed. Now, for the next attachment we are going to be selecting is going to be the TV Cardinal Stock. Again, to go ahead and bump up that close range handling so we can take out those SMG players if we get in those engagements. We're going to have increased aim walking speed as well as sprint speed. Now, the tune on this attachment is going to be maxing out, obviously doubling up on the aim walking speed and also the aim down sight speed. Great attachment to use so we can take out SMG players if we get into those engagements and overall kind of speed up the handling of this assault rifle. We are not going to run an optic here because the TAC-56 has clean iron sights, very easy to use at close range, medium range, as well as those longer ranges. We're also going to go ahead and skip over the laser because none of these attachments are going to help us out. But we are going to put on a barrel and we're going to select the 17.5-inch Tundra Pro barrel to bump up the long range capability. This is a no recoil assault rifle that's good at longer ranges. Let's go ahead and bump up some of the already strong attributes of this weapon. We're going to have damage range, hip fire accuracy, as well as bullet velocity, a great attachment to go ahead and equip. Now for the tune here, we are going to be maxing out on the damage range as well as the aim walking speed. Now for the muzzle, we're going to be putting on the Harbinger D20, another great muzzle that's going to be bumping up the long range capability and also keeping us alive while we are on a nuke streak or while you're trying to go ahead and secure your highest kill streak you have enabled. We're going to have sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, as well as recoil smoothness. Run this if you guys are truly trying to bump up your KD ratio and potentially drop your first nuke. For the tune on this attachment, I went ahead and bumped up the bullet velocity as well as the aim down sight speed. Now for the final attachment, we are going to put on the Commando foregrip, a fantastic attachment to smooth out that recoil pattern, making this weapon incredibly easy to use at those medium to longer ranges. Definitely go ahead and run this. We're going to get that aiming out stability as well as recoil stabilization. Now the tune on this attachment is going to be bumping up the aim walking speed as well as the aim down sight speed, a great attachment and tune combination to kind of round off this TAC-56 loadout. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the secondary, which is going to be the Vel 46, which I run on every single class setup here in Modern Warfare 2. So for the Vel, we are going to start off with the ZLR Combat Grip to go ahead and bump up that recoil control. Now for the tune on this attachment, I went ahead and maxed out the sprint to fire speed as well as the aim down sight speed. Now for the stock, we actually are going to go ahead and remove it on this SMG to go ahead and bump up the close range handling even more. We want to go ahead and make this SMG even better at its respective ranges. Now, unfortunately, you cannot tune this attachment. We're going to skip over the optic because the iron sights are crystal clear, and we're also going to go ahead and skip over the laser because these attachments are not going to help us out at all. Instead, we're going to go ahead and jump to the barrel and select the Lock DX barrel, which is going to go overall bump up that long range capability. Even though this is a submachine gun, we can still take people out at longer ranges because this weapon does have very little recoil and a crystal clear iron sight to help us out at those ranges. We're going to have bullet velocity, damage range, recoil control, as well as hip fire accuracy, a great attachment to run on the Vel 46. The tune I have on this attachment is going to be maxing out the damage range as well as the aim walking speed. Now for the muzzle, we are going to put on the SynGuard MK5 muzzle. Perfect if you guys are trying to stay stealthy get by enemy team and continue that streak if you ran out of ammo, or if you just choose to switch over to the Vel on this build. We have sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, as well as recoil smoothness. You cannot go wrong with this. The tune I have on the Synguard NK5 is going to be maxing out on the bullet velocity as well as that aim down sight speed. Now, for the last attachment, we're going to go ahead and put on the Lock Grip Precision 40, which is going to be going ahead and bumping up that hip fire accuracy, recoil steadiness, and aim walking steadiness. Overall, smoothing out that recoil pattern, making this weapon super easy to use, and we're also able to hip fire and take people out at those close ranges. Kind of a 2-for-1 attachment here. And for the tune on this one, we are going to be maxing out the aim down sight speed and also the hip recoil control, so a little bit more accuracy. We can spray and pray and easily take players out. This is going to be a solid Vel 46 secondary that you guys can use on any setup and continue your nuke streak. Man, the build is going to be the stun grenade, proximity mine, and my perk package is custom with overkill scavenger, resupply, as well as quick fix. And for my field upgrades, we're running the pro edition with the munitions box as well as dead silence. Now, for class number 2, we're taking a look at the KASTOV 762, which is a monster. This is one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. I know a lot of you guys have been enjoying it. If you guys have not enjoyed it, maybe you should check this class setup out, because I actually dropped one of my highest gun streaks and my first double nuke with this build. So for the KASTOV 762, we are going to go ahead and put on the True Tac Grip to bump up that sprint to fire speed as well as aim down sight speed, overall making this weapon a little bit more deadly at those close ranges. This gun literally can dominate no matter where people are on the map, no matter where you are on the map, and that's why I absolutely love it. It's a melt machine. The tune I have in this attachment is going to be maxing out the sprint to fire speed as well as that aim down sight speed. Now for the stock, we're going to go ahead and put on the KASTOV Rama stock, which is going to be bumping up the close to medium range capabilities even more by giving us aim walking speed and sprint speed. Definitely a great attachment to run on this high damage, just universal assault rifle. The tune I have on this is going to be maxing out aim walking speed as well as the aim down sight speed again. Now, we're going to be skipping over the optic because these iron sights, again, luckily, are crystal clear, and we do not need them to take people out at those longer ranges. We're going to be skipping over the laser too because these are not going to be helping us out, but we are going to go ahead and run a barrel here. We're going to be running the IGK30, which is going to be bumping up that long range capability, which is where this weapon is going to excel and dominate at. We're going to have recoil control as well as bullet velocity. Now for the tune here, we are going to go ahead and bump up the damage range as well as the aim walking speed. Now for the muzzle, we're going to rock the KASTOVIA DX90. Same reason we're rocking the KASTOVIA DX90 is the same reason we're rocking the Harbinger D20 on the TEF56. We want to have an attachment here that's going to bump up the close range, medium range, as well as long range capability. We're going to stay stealthy, be able to build up a quick and easy streak, and also take people apart at those longer ranges. We're going to have sound suppression, bullet velocity, recoil steadiness, as well as recoil control. Now, the tune I have on this attachment is going to be bumping up that bullet velocity as well as the aim down sight speed as well. Now, for the last attachment, we're going to go ahead and put on the Commando foregrip, again, to smooth out that recoil pattern, making sure we can take people out no matter where they are on the map. And obviously, with this tune on this attachment, we can still destroy players at those close to medium ranges. This is going to be the best KASTOV 762 build that you guys can very easily drop your first MGB nuke with. Now, again, secondary is going to be the Vel 46. I have the stun, proximity mine, same custom perk package, as well as the same field upgrades. Now, for class setup number 3, we're taking a look at the KASTOV 74U, an absolute monster. Even after the nerf, this weapon is still solid. So for the first attachment, we are going to be putting on the True Tac Grip, which is going to be bumping up that sprint to fire speed as well as that aim down sight speed. A great attachment to run to bump up the close range handling so we can very easily take out SMG players. Now for the tune on this attachment, we are going to go ahead and bump up the sprint to fire speed as well as the recoil steadiness. Now for the stock, we're going to be running the Ultra Zat stock, which is going to allow us to have even more movement speed and overall close range handling. We're going to have that aim walking speed as well as that sprint speed, so we can go ahead and be aggressive, run and gun, and take people out no matter where they are on the map. For the tune on this attachment, we are going to go ahead and bump up the aim walking speed as well as the aim down sight speed, again, to go ahead and strengthen the close to medium range engagement capability. Now, for this weapon, we are going to be skipping over the optic. The iron sights are crystal clear and super easy to use, just like the KASTOV 762. And we are also going to be skipping over the laser because none of these attachments are going to be helping us out. But we are going to be running a barrel, and we're going to be rocking the BR209 barrel so we can have movement speed as well as aim down sight speed. This weapon is all about handling, movement, and just going ahead and destroying players no matter where they are on the map. So this is going to be your best option when trying to build a universal and aggressive assault rifle. For the tune here, we are going to go ahead and max out the damage range as well as the aim walking speed. Kind of a 2-for-1. We're good at those long ranges as well as those close ranges. Now, for the muzzle, we're still going to rock the Harbinger D20 just like we rocked it on the TAC 56. We're going to have the same attributes here: sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, as well as recoil smoothness. You cannot go wrong. And we're going to tune it accordingly with increased bullet velocity as well as aim down sight speed. Now, for the final attachment, we're going to go ahead and put on the Lockwood Precision 40 here. We're not going to run any type of underbarrel slash non-foregrip style underbarrel. We're going to rock this because we want to have increased hip fire accuracy, recoil steadiness, as well as aim walking steadiness. So we can go ahead and smooth out the recoil pattern while going ahead and bumping up the close range capability with that hip fire accuracy as well. Again, kind of a 2-for-1 attachment. Now, for the tune on this one, we are going to go ahead and bump up the aim down sight speed and the hip recoil control so we can essentially use this assault rifle like an SMG but still be able to pack a punch. This is going to be the best KASTOV 762 build. You guys should definitely go ahead and check out. Now, the secondary, still going to be the Vel 46, and I have on the stun grenade, proximity mine, same custom perk package, and also the same field upgrades pro with munition box as well as the dead silence. Now, for class setup number 4, we're going to take a look at the M13B, a brand new AR that has 0 recoil and is amazing. If you guys have not unlocked this weapon yet, do it immediately. This is insane how good this weapon is. Now, for the attachments here, we are going to rock the Bruin Flash Grip. We're going to rock this because we want to bump up the close range handling, giving us increased sprint to fire speed as well as aim down sight speed. I have this attachment tuned accordingly so I can go ahead and bump up the sprint to fire as well as the aim down sight speed. Again, want to go ahead and help out this long range AR at close range handling whenever we can. Now, for the stock, we're actually going to go ahead and not run anything here because none of these attachments are going to be benefiting us in the slightest. But we are going to be running an optic because we want to have a precision sight picture. We want to be able to take people out very easily at those longer ranges. And we're going to rock the Cronin Mini Pro, aka the blue dot sight. If you guys do not have this unlocked, go ahead and do so. All you have to do is get Expedite 12 to level 7 and you are granted with this best attachment for this weapon. The tune here is going to be set it to increase aim down sight speed. I have not messed with anything else because there is no need to go ahead and attune the close to far range eye position for this optic. We are going to be skipping over the laser because none of these attachments are going to be helping us out. But we are going to go ahead and equip a barrel here, and we're going to rock the 14-inch Bruin Echelon barrel, which is going to be going ahead and bumping up the long range capabilities, kind of giving this weapon another punch at those ranges. We're going to have increased damage range, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, as well as recoil control. Definitely a fantastic attachment to strengthen up this weapon's long range capability. The tune here is going to be maxing out the damage range as well as the aim walking speed. Now, for the muzzle, we're going to rock the Harbinger D20. You guys know the drill. It's going to be the best muzzle to run on your ARs, going ahead and strengthening the close range capabilities, keeping us stealthy and keeping us on our streak, as well as those long range capabilities as well. And the tune is going to be set accordingly to bullet velocity as well as aim down sight speed. And then for the last attachment we're going to rock is going to be the Commando foregrip to smooth out that recoil pattern, making this already low recoil assault rifle even easier to use at those longer ranges. The tune here is going to be maxing out aim walking speed and aim down sight speed, so the best of both worlds, long range as well as those close to medium ranges. Definitely go ahead and give the M13B a try once you get it unlocked with these attachments. And the build is going to be the Vel 46 secondary, stun grenade, proximity mine, and my custom perk package is going to be the same: overkill scavenger, resupply, as well as quick fix. And we have the same field upgrades set to pro with munitions box as well as dead silence. Now, for the 5th class setup, we're going to take a look at the STB 556. This weapon did receive a nerf, but it is still dominant and still packs a punch at any and all ranges. Now, for the attachments, we are going to start off with the comb here, and we're going to be rocking the TTF3 riser so we can bump up the ammo reserve. This is going to be your go-to weapon if you guys are trying to drop your first MGB nuke. Having extra ammo is going to be perfect because the last thing you want to do on a nuke streak is die because you're out of ammo. So that's why we're going to go ahead and run it. Now, believe it or not, you can tune this, and we are going to tune it for that increased aim down sight speed as well as aim walking speed. So we literally kind of have like a foregrip and extra ammo in one. What a great attachment to rock on this broken assault rifle. Now, we're going to skip over the stock because none of these are going to help us out in the slightest. Now, what we are going to do is run an optic here, and we're going to rock the Corona Mini Pro, aka the blue dot sight. So it's very easy to use weapon at those medium to longer ranges. And for the tune here, we are going to go ahead and max out the aim down sight speed and leave the eye position the exact same how it comes default. We are going to skip over the laser because none of these attachments are going to be helping us out. But we are going to go ahead and run a barrel, and we're going to rock the 24.4 inch Bruin S620, which is going to be bumping up that long range capability, which is going to be perfect for this assault rifle. We're going to have increased damage range, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, as well as recoil control. Exactly what we need on this weapon. Now, for the tune here, we are going to go ahead and bump up the damage range as well as the aim walking speed, a 2-for-1 long range, as well as those close to medium range capabilities. Now, for the muzzle, we'll have the Harbinger D20. You guys have the drill while we rock this. And for the tune, we are going to go ahead and put on increased bullet velocity as well as aim down sight speed. Again, kind of a 2-for-1 long as well as close range capability. And then finally, for the underbarrel, we have on the Commando foregrip, so we can go ahead and smooth out that recoil pattern, making sure this weapon is incredibly easy to use at any and all ranges. And the tune on this attachment is going to be maxing out the aim walking speed as well as the aim down sight speed. Again, a 2-for-1 deal here. This is going to be the best STB 556 setup you guys should check out if you guys are trying to secure your first MGB nuke. Man, the setup is going to be the Vel 46 stun grenade proximity mine, the same custom perk package set to overkill scavenger, resupply, as well as quick fix. And we have on the same field upgrades with the munitions box and the dead silence perk. These are going to be the top 5 best class setups and tunes here in season 1 of Modern Warfare 2. If there are 2 classes I want you guys to check out right now in order to increase your KD ratio or drop your first MGB nuke, definitely go ahead and give the KASTOV 762 a try. It's a heavy duty, hard hitting AR that is just amazing. And also go ahead and give the STB 556 a try. It's going to guarantee yourself a nuke or at least a high KD gameplay. If you guys enjoyed the video and this does help you guys out, maybe you drop your first nuke or maybe just increase your KD ratio, let me know down in the comment section of this video. And as always, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.